Welcome to another edition of the Rome News-Tribune Studio Central Face to Face. I'm your host, Doug Walker, Associate Editor of the paper. Special guest today, Rome Mayor Evie McNiece. And Evie, I guess, can we say you were indeed Rome's first female mayor?
Well, that is absolutely true. I definitely am Rome's first female mayor.
Now, perhaps just for the uneducated, and I don't say that in harshest terms, but how does one become mayor? How does that actually happen?
Well, in our case here at the city, we are a city manager-run city, which means that Mr. Bennett and Mr. Rich are the ones who do the day-to-day operations of the city. There are 9 of us, we're all elected to the Rome City Commission, so it is an elected position. And then from that, each year, someone is selected to be the chairman. We use mayor because we're members of the Georgia Municipal Association, and all of their chairmen are mayors. So it just makes it a lot easier to recognize who is there.
And I think I heard at one point years ago that when visiting dignitaries come into town, particularly foreign dignitaries, they understand the concept of someone who is mayor a little bit easier than chairman.
Exactly, and it is. It's more for clarification than it is basically anything else. And the mayor, the difference is that person runs the city commission meetings, and so that's what the designation is.
Glad you brought up the Georgia Municipal Association, because you are just back from GMA meetings down in Savannah, and I know you and our Downtown Development Director, Ann Arnold, were on one panel. What did you help other people learn, and then maybe conversely, what did you learn?
Okay, well, we were on a panel. It was the executive directors of the Downtown Development Authorities and their mayors. And there was Blackshear and Toccoa, and of course us. And they did it from a small city to medium-sized city to, basically what they consider us as a large city. And so we talked about how the mayor and the commissioners all support their downtown development authorities. And in our case, I think we have the most wonderful downtown that there is. Ann Arnold is absolutely fabulous. And so we talked about, the projects that are down there, employing 3,000 people downtown. Also, all the events that we have, she has it to where it's 90 to 96% occupied. So we talked about the successes, and we talked about some of the things that we all need improvement on. And so it was a wonderful perspective. We had a full house. The room was full. It was great to see. Had great questions to us about, what we would do differently, or what do we see happening in the future.
One of the things that I think is interesting as it relates to Rome's downtown community is that it just got a brand new market study done by Danny Bivens and some of the team at the Fanning Institute at the University of Georgia. Right. They made a number of recommendations. A lot of it was cosmetic. How much of that, tree plantings, maybe some shifting of turn lanes, how much of that do you think, and I might preface the question by saying that the full report is up on our website as well. Right. How much of that do you think the city is going to be able to accomplish in the short term?
Well, like you said, a lot of it is cosmetic. A lot of tree planting, a lot of beautification type item. That we could basically start on almost immediately. And the impact that just some trees and shade and walkways makes such a big difference. If you look down at the 200 and 300 block, where the sidewalks were redone. Of course, we're going to do more sidewalks, but just that little piece of Broad Street makes such a big difference. So sometimes it's not a lot of money that needs to, be available in order to do projects. Sometimes it is a little bit more expensive, but please do look at the website and at the plan, because it makes a tremendous difference on the way Broad Street looks.
And you mentioned the 200 and 300 block. Of course, one of the big projects that's underway right now is the urban riverfront project beside the town green. That is drawing closer to completion. How big of a game changer is that going to be for downtown Rome?
That is a big game changer, and I'll tell you why. Is because not for all of us who are going to be able to enjoy it, but when we have visitors into town and they see that beautiful town green, and they see the walkway and the access down to the river, it will be a destination point, I think. So we'll have a lot of visitors into town. We'll have all of us who can enjoy it on a day-to-day basis. Love the picture the other day of the kids in the fountain. There's nothing better than walking down Broad Street and you hear all these giggles of these children who are playing in the water fountain. These are our children. And to me, it's just so exciting to see that continue to build up.
And I believe as part of one of your committee assignments relevant to GMA, you'll be going to Columbus here soon and probably get a look at a $26 million project down there to take better advantage of the rivers. Columbus and Augusta have been leaders in that.
Well, they have, and as a matter of fact, both of them, Teresa Tomlinson from Columbus, the mayor of Columbus, and Dee Copenhaver from Augusta are also on our Hub City Mayors group. And what Columbus has done is really spectacular. Teresa was talking about the opening day and how she rode the rapids down, and it is, I mean, every place is different, every city is different, and we all have something that is really you know, their spotlight, and that of course is for them. So we all can't do the same things that each other are doing, but we do see potential in what they've done as to what we possibly can bring back to our own cities.
Looking forward, Mayor, of course, we have a committee right now that is working on a potential special purpose local option sales tax package for the fall. What are some of the city's priorities on that potential package?
Well, we do have a lot of projects on there, and the committee is charged with the responsibility of vetting each of these projects. They have worked so very hard this month of June, and each night they've been working 3 and 4 hours, hearing presentations and all. So they have a lot of projects. You know, some of the city projects, of course, are the tennis center, and we hear a lot that, you know, if the tennis center is on, it's not a good thing. But the tennis center is to be looked at as an economic development tool. The money that will be brought in each year with the tournaments that come in. Now, this is just outside. We all, as citizens, have that right to use the facilities and have a facility that will be the largest in the country. But the economic impact that it will have on our city, bringing in outside dollars, which of course we always hear SPLOST brings in 40% of the money from outside of our community. But this will be a major game changer in the face of Rome. And of course we have, you know, other projects. We go from something as large as that to something as small as a $50,000 project to move the Convention and Visitors Bureau downtown. And that will make, you know, a great impact too. So see, sometimes it's not the monetary amount of each of these projects, but what these projects can bring. Now we have the Convention and Visitors Bureau downtown next to the town green, and we have all of this ability, you know, for people to find out more about our city.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mayor, we thank you so much. I think time's just about got us today, but it flies fast, doesn't it?
It does fly fast.
It does indeed.
For
thank
two
you.
people who love to talk.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being with us on another edition of Face to Face.